Hello, Leo. Welcome to your week ahead. This is for all Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter sign placement. So, Leo, I shuffle for your theme regarding the week ahead, and you have the Web Weaver, Synchronicity, Divine Intelligence, Cause and Effect. It is the number 4. So, with this as your theme in the week ahead, this is you looking for signs, perhaps, with your aims or how you will proceed or do things. This is also you, I feel, tapping into and leaning on your intuition at this time, and that your intuition will serve you. And with the cause and effect, this is you being mindful about the consequences. And with the 4 being here, this may be around your stability, or you trying to see how to restructure something, or this is you focusing on a foundation, what you can manifest or create security for yourself around, or this is about you being hard at work or having the intention of being all work and no play, because you are the web weaver in the week ahead, seeing how to weave and do things and allowing yourself to be guided to do it. Now, we're going to do a mini Celtic cross. I've already shuffled, and so we're going to lay that out, looking at where you are in the present, what is your challenge or influence, what's at the root cause, that's your situation, what's in your recent past, what's on your mind, what's in your future, and what's your likely outcome. That's also your advice. But what I want you to know is that when I was shuffling for your energy, Leo, you had 2 cards that came out. And the 2 cards that came out is you have this 9 of Cups and this 2 of Wands. So I feel that this is you focusing on your plans, trying to figure out what path to take. There may be some issues with your plans and you getting contentment, because with this 9 of Cups, you may be focusing on trying to get wish fulfillment, trying to achieve contentment for yourself. With the Cups here, this could be concerning a relationship or family, or this is just where you are emotionally. I'm seeing all this red that's causing me to think about your root chakra. And this is things that's going on in your world. You're focusing on your survival, your safety, your security. You're focusing on how to stay grounded or keep things grounded. You may be trying to manage your levels of anxiety here, or experiencing some anxiety with what you want to have contentment around or wish fulfillment with. I feel that you are planning, and there may be some issues with your plans. I feel that seeing the skeletons and bone here, that your plan or the decision or path that you are considering to take, I feel like this is something that you've been visiting for yourself. And I feel that as you have visited, whatever plan or decision, you may have put it to an end, meaning you just strapped it and decided not to move forward with your plan. But it's something about how you ended a strategy or ended a plan because you're revising it, and it's like you're waiting on signs from the universe to guide you instead on what path or actions to be taken so as to achieve contentment, satisfaction, and wish fulfillment here. Also be careful of overindulgence with this 9 of Cups. So let's get into your reading. At the bottom of the deck, Leo, you do have the 2 of Cups. So this could be concerning for many of you, a relationship. This is a relationship. Let's just say that shit, okay? This is a relationship. This is some sort of connection that you are involved in. But this is a connection that's just not working for you, okay? You got this skeleton, and you got this ghost, the cups, got some blood hanging from it. You're at the cemetery. This is a relationship that's pretty much at its end, or for you it's over, and it's a relationship that's not working out. There's a lack of cooperation, a lack of support. You're not on the same page. This is a partnership that you are not happy in or satisfied by. And underneath that, yeah, with the Five of Pentacles, you're at a loss. Okay? The situation is depleted, it's lacking, it's dead, and this isn't something that you want to replenish or rebuild. Damn, Leo, cold-blooded. Now, if this isn't you, this is someone you're dealing with. So, where you're at in the present is the Hermit. So, with the Hermit here, you're seeking solutions. You're analyzing and you're observing with the Hermit here. I feel like with this glowing yellow fiery light, there's like a little yellow and a little orange here. So this could be something to do with your solar plexus and your sacral chakra, where you could be very emotional about what it is that you want to create or what's being created before you. There could be a twinge of guilt or regret, or you might be over that shit. But also, as it has to do with the solar plexus, this may be you trying to see how to seize and be in your personal power, to retain inner strength, or to see how to be empowered in a situation and to have as little to no stress as possible and without taking a hit to your self-esteem. And you might be trying to do things undercover, under the light of the moon, in some secrecy, or you might be hiding things, or there may be some deception. You may be trying to avoid being deceived. But with the Hermit here, this is you reflecting on the situation. You may be lacking compassion towards the relationship. You may be experiencing mistrust towards the relationship because this character looks like they don't trust what they're looking at. And so it's like you're paying attention to what's going on and assessing and analyzing so you can see what solutions you want to administer, or so that you can see how to perhaps even withdraw and leave, because this person has come out. This is someone that is not in a place of solitude or isolation. This is someone that might be looking how to strategize a way forward, a way on. But again, there's all this purple around here. And so with the purple here, you might be tapping into your intuition. And this may be you trying to focus on not being negative about life, or you're realizing some negative shit going on in your life. And you're trying to follow your intuition or use wisdom to navigate for yourself the solutions or the way in which you want to go about doing things. So your challenge, your influence is you have Justice. So with Justice here, for some of you, this is about you looking at trying to get a fucking divorce. For others of you, you're dealing with a legal matter. For others of you with Justice, you're trying to see how to balance it out. And you may be trying to, I feel like you want things to be even, but it's like more importantly, you want things to work out for you. So you don't want to end up on the short end of the balancing scale. It's like as if you want things to either be even, or if it can't be, for karma to work in your fucking favor. But this is you focusing on how to balance. This is perhaps you trying to make decisions. With Justice here, you may be trying to be rational, or you could be dealing with somebody you feel is a little irrational. With Justice here, you may be concerned about whether or not someone will be treating you with some extreme prejudice for the things that it is that you wish for or want. With Justice here, you could be trying to see how to take advantage in the situation, or you may feel that you're being taken advantage of here. But this is you, perhaps, it's like, I feel like you're after fairness, but it's more like you just want things to work out for you. you want the right things to happen for you is what I feel that's more the case. So it's like, even if it's not fair for somebody else, you don't give a shit about that if it means that it doesn't allow you to have what you need to happen for you. And so this is about you needing or focusing on trying to make balanced decisions. And again, with the red here, you're focusing on your security, your safety, and trying to stay grounded. And so what's underneath that is you got the moon. Remember I said with the hermit, you might be doing something under the cloak of the moonlight thing. You might be doing shit behind the scenes. So with the moon here is the situation. You may not be happy. With the moon, you may be experiencing intense emotions, or matters or particular matter may be fluctuating for you in a way that is uncomfortable or leaves you feeling uneasy, or you may feel you could be being deceived, or you could be the deceiver. But there's some uncertainty around this for you, and you may not see everything clearly. But this may also be you trying to follow your intuition. But with the moon here, this is dealing with fears and some doubts. In the recent past, you have temperance. So with temperance here, you were working on how to do things in moderation. I feel though the adjustments and balancing that you were working at, you weren't very effective at. I feel that you had some trouble tempering a situation, or you may have miscalculated, because in this particular image, this character is trying to temper with these two bottles, but notice that a couple of drops are spilling. So something became unstable with what you were trying to manage or balance. You may have lacked self-control. You may not have handled things as sensibly, or what you were doing may have caused problems to something being harmonious for you, or you may have become impatient. And I'm attracted to this blue, so I feel like your throat chakra was involved, Leo, where you spoke up, you communicated your authentic truth, you wasn't shy or afraid about it to speak. And you expressed yourself, and whatever you said caused a little bit of imbalance for you, because you may have been it's like you may have been a little extreme, or you didn't avoid the extreme with this energy. I feel like whatever you said fucked things up a little bit for you, because this here is not even water, this is blood. So it caused some pain for you or who you were dealing with, but it caused you a little pain too. And I'm seeing all this green here. So this might be around the heart chakra. This is definitely something to do with a relationship. This is about you showing self-love for yourself, but perhaps lacking compassion for who you're showing it towards by speaking your truth. And you may have done it in a way that was very cutting and painful. So yeah. You spoke your mind, and so now you're trying to clean that shit up a little bit. And you might be revising your plans with this Two of Wands. You might have strapped a plan and trying another way to get your contentment, to get your stability, your security, to ground yourself. So what's on your mind, Leo, is you do have this Two of Pentacles. So you're focusing on balance, and changes. And this is around home. You see this little house here? For many of you, this is regarding home. But I also feel like money and finances is involved with this Two of Pentacles. But this is a home situation. What's going on in your home? And this is you focusing on having balance, how you can be empowered in this situation, what changes you need to make. You could be dealing with stress or trying to regulate the stress that you are experiencing by focusing on how to have stability. But I also feel, because you see, this house has feet. So you might be trying to make changes or make a move. You might be literally trying to move. You might be trying to move out or move away from someone, or just get somebody out of your life. But this is about you focusing on how to balance, how to make the changes, how to adapt with this moon energy here. And you may be doing things, in secrecy or under some sort of a cloak where you might be appearing one way, but behind the scenes doing something else. Or this might be someone doing this towards you. In the future, you have the Lovers. So with the Lovers here, this is about you making a decision. This could be about a head over heart decision. You could be looking at a commitment or a contract with the Lovers here. But this is you making a decision. You may be making a decision in the future about whether or not to commit or whether or not to establish a contract, change a contract. With the Lovers here, you could be focusing on a conflict, a disappointment, unhappiness, or a poor choice within a connection that you're dealing with. You may be making a head over heart decision or examining your head and your heart. Either you might be trying to figure out how to do something logically or do what you desire, or both. But there's a decision here. And so your likely outcome is the World. Look at that. This is you having success, having completion, culmination, attainment, mastery over something. This is you perhaps bringing a cycle to a close or having success doing it. This is you taking care of business as your likely outcome. Well. Let's look at the Lovers a little more closely since that's your future. You have the Tower. Ooh, let's look at that. I want to show it to you. Let you see it for yourself. You have the Tower that came out here. So you might be making a decision to stay in a toxic situation knowing that it's fucking toxic. Because see, this shit is shaking up and this character is just hanging out in there, just sticking with it. So it's like you sticking with the toxic situation. And it's like, even though it's toxic, it's like you're choosing to stay in it for now, for whatever reason. Maybe because there's an understanding in order to continue in a situation that you don't want to be in that's been reached. Or that's what this feels like. I mean, this could be you making a decision to make some drastic changes to try to create a reset. But I gotta say, if you take a look at this Tower, this character does not look like they're making any changes. They look like they're just going to stay in this toxic situation. They're going to stay in the chaos and adversities that they're dealing with, and they're not going to break free. And this here is, someone who I feel it's like, are you able to adapt to the chaos and adversities? Is this why you're staying? It's almost like you make a decision to stay or to stay in the adversities that you're dealing with here because there is something that you get out of it. But I feel like it's not only something that you get out of it, it's something that you and who you are with or dealing with is getting out of the situation. So it's like you both, in terms of a relationship, it's like you both know the shit is crazy, it's not working. But something about it for each of you, by staying in the adversity, there's still a measure of contentment that you experience and perhaps that the other person experiences too. This is so fucked up, Leo. I mean, look at that. She looks like, well, I'll just, just going to be here. Maybe that's part of your diabolical plan. I don't know, because you do get completion. You do have success as your likely outcome. Let's look at that a little more closely. You have success with things lining up. You got the 4 of Wands with this. So this is you being able to have things line up. You being able to have success. But I feel that it's things lining up with success in the home and family for you, or with your aims, because there's some boundaries that are being set for you and who you're dealing with, but with the goal of home being straight. being good. And that's what you're looking to obtain, is that type of stability. Or this is you having success attaining completion with having more harmony by you two agreeing not to really engage each other, but only focus on making sure home is lavish and good. Maybe you both are good at that, but you're not good with each other. And maybe that's the sacrifice. Why I'm saying sacrifice? Are you sacrificing? Maybe you're sacrificing. Maybe you both are sacrificing here. Let's see what your guidance is, Leo. This is so like, but it's like you're weaving something here. This is about your security, and you're thinking about the cause and effect, about how you do things or don't do things. And so you're going by that. Okay, you got two cards that came out. You have for guidance, Kiwi. Do a walking meditation each day for the next week. So this is you meditating. This is you getting grounded. This is you perhaps looking for those signs from the universe and trying to have that divine intelligence towards your issues or matter here. You also have the Goose. Take time to rest and recuperate. Take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing your striving. So that's what might be happening. You might be doing the Goose move, where you just taking a step back and not really focusing on your objectives and aims and just regathering yourself. And striving may come later as a result of you seeing the synchronicities and signs that guide you to do so. And so maybe you feel guided to just take a step back and recuperate and not strive so hard for what it is that you're trying to have contentment and wish fulfillment here. And waiting to see signs from the universe about what path to take in the meantime. Because you may lack clarity, or it's because you got clarity. I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.